time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Used to lose, built to win, applied myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, applied myself.
Welcome back to CTC. I'm your gracious host, Carl, and I'm back for another episode. This episode we're gonna preview the bowl games from today to Thursday. So today, December 23rd to December 26th. There's no bowl game on Wednesday, Christmas, but we do got some football, it's NFL football. But before I do that, I'd like to ask that you leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. It helps the channel, helps the network, helps my channel, CTC, by way of the Refuse to Lose Network. I'm gonna go over the shows real quick. We got the main show featuring Joe, Tomo, and Dave, Tuesday and Friday, 7 o'clock to about 8:30-ish. We have BWT, Baseball with Teddy, baseball show, all your baseball content they're there. Excuse me. We have Unfazed featuring Joe and AJ every Tuesday, 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central. Should be a good one this Tuesday. We got Dave's Doghouse, highlights and lowlights of sports. We have FFC, Fantasy Football with Coach Coombs. Fantasy football season is coming to the end. Week 16 is almost over. We got a game tonight, and then some leagues are over by week 16. Some leagues go into week 17, and some leagues are crazy enough to go into week 18. But boom, we have RBO Road Ballers Only, featuring Vaughn NBA content. We got In the Red Corner, who's going live tonight, boxing episode featuring Ty, Ricky, and Tomo. We have Kings Talk with Joe Jordan, who's probably going to go live to talk about the Kings' loss against the Pacers last night. And I believe that's all the shows we have on the network. So please like, comment, share, subscribe. It helps those channels. It helps the network. And if you like what you're listening to, stick with us. Now I'm going to go straight into these bowl games. I will be going live later than today as well. Fell asleep. I was supposed to go to live at the Cowboys game, but I fell asleep to recap bowl week 1 and the playoff games. But I'll do that later tonight. I got to get y'all bowl previews, especially for today, because the first bowl up is the Myrtle Beach Bowl, which is at 11 o'clock this morning. We got Coastal Carolina versus UTSA in the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Now, UTSA is 13.5-point favorites. It's supposed to be a neutral site, but Coastal Carolina is in Myrtle Beach, so not really. It's played at Coastal, I believe, too, so not really a neutral site game. But, like I said, you can catch this game at 11 this morning on ESPN. Now, for Coastal Carolina, they got to run Braden Bennett, especially because Noah Kim and Ethan Vasco, both on the portal, they are not playing. So you got to get your run game going. They're turning to true freshman Tad Hudson. So got to get him some easy throws. He's a freshman. Well, I don't know if it's true or redshirt, but he is a freshman. But got to get him some easy throws, man. Get him going. So when the run game ain't going, he's warmed up. Pressure Owen McCowan, quarterback for UTSA. Get the ball to Jamison Tucker, the speedster. She's going to stretch the defense. And force turnovers. You got to force turnovers, giving yourself short fields, especially with a freshman quarterback who really hasn't played this much this year, if he's played at all. I don't think he's played at all. So definitely got to get him some short fields. Now, if UTSA, stop the run. Big Tad Hudson have to beat you. Tell him, hey, we ain't giving you this run game to help you out. You want to beat us with your arm. Force some third and longs. Again, by stopping the run, you do that. Control the clock control. You use your own run game. Now, Robert Henry is questionable to play today. Kavarian Barnes transferred to TCU. It's looking like he will not play. But you still got to be able to establish the run. And score. Run the score of UTSA. Let that defense get back on the field. That defense is pretty good. Now, they are without defensive player of the year. They're defensive player of the year. But UTSA has a really good defense. So if they put up points and make this a game with Coastal Carolina, got to keep up. I think that bodes well for UTSA. And they got established a run. But my winner in this one, UTSA. Again, they have a really good defense going against a freshman quarterback who has not played this year. They have a really good run game as well. I think that they do a good job controlling the clock, putting up points, and making Coastal Carolina have to answer. And also, Coastal Carolina defense this year was very suspect. Not really a good defense for the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers this year. And I think that's going to go against them this game. So give me UTSA to win the bowl game this morning. We move on to the Idaho Potato Bowl. Oh, also, bowl record right here, 9-2 so far. That's including playoff games. The 2 losses I have is Western Kentucky, 3 fumbles. Talk about that later today. And Tennessee, who just didn't come to play. Give up 42 points. I said it. Said Tennessee needs to make that a low-scoring affair. If they make this to where Ohio State is putting up points and it's a shootout, it goes against Tennessee. Ohio State put up 42. Tennessee got blown out. But next game we got is the Idaho Potato Bowl. Northern Illinois at Fresno State. Northern Illinois coming to this game is 3.5-point favorites. This game is 2:30 on ESPN. It's the last bowl game we have today. So for Northern Illinois, get John Hoyce some easy throws because Ethan Hampton, your normal starter, is in the transfer portal. It's looking he is not playing. Now, John Hoyce, he only has 5 passes on the year, so you definitely got to get him some easy throws. Run Gavin Williams, who has been huge in the absence of Ontario Brown. He's going to be huge in this game as well. They're going to have to lean on him. Get the ball to Cam Thompson, who's also been huge, and he will be even more a bigger part of the offense with Trayvon Rudolph being out. Stop Elijah Gilliam. Elijah Gilliam has been huge in the absence of Malik Sherrod for Fresno State. And pressure Josh Woods, who is the projected starter for Fresno State. Mikey King will not play in this bowl game from what I saw. Fresno State established Elijah Gilliam. You got to establish the run, especially with a young guy who I don't think played this year as well in Josh Woods. Stop Gavin Williams. Again, when you're playing quarterbacks who barely played, you want to see if they can beat you. So both of these guys got quarterbacks that barely played, so you want to stop their run games. Force 3rd and longs. Get easy throws for Josh Woods and score because Fresno State, when they are on fire. But I'm picking out NIU, and here's why. Fresno State is missing a ton in their passing game. They're missing Mac Delana, who's going to the draft. They're missing Jalen Moss, who's transferring. They're missing Mikey King, who's transferring. So they're missing a ton of production in the passing game. While NIU, they want to run the ball and play defense. They got their running back. Yes, their starting quarterback's not there. I don't think they were going to lean on Ethan Hampton as much. Now, Ethan Hampton is asked to make some throws, but he's not asked to sling the ball around the yard like Fresno State wants to do. So I think this game kind of is in Northern Illinois' favor. They're going to run the ball, try to play good defense, don't have to deal with that passing attack that Fresno State used to have. Now, Fresno State's defense is underrated. I think they do a good job trying to contain the run. I just don't have any faith in that offense with all of the pieces being gone. So I'm rolling with NIU in this ball game. Then next, we have the Hawaii Bowl, the lone bowl game tomorrow, Christmas Eve, featuring South Florida, who's one of my teams to watch, finished 6-6 and made a bowl game. So didn't do what I thought they would do, but still made a bowl game. So shout out to them. And San Jose State. Shout out San Jose State. They are both playing in the Hawaii Bowl. San Jose State is favored by 3.5 points in this ball game. It is tomorrow at 8 o'clock on ESPN. Now, for South Florida, you got to get the ball to Sean Atkins. I talk about Sean Atkins a lot. He, to me, is – well, not even to me. He's their best receiver on the team and could quite possibly be their best player on the team. Key in on Justin Lockhart. Now, I say that because you might be thinking, Carl, Nick Nash plays for San Jose State. He's not playing. He's opted out. So – Justin Lockhart will be receiver 1 for the San Jose State Spartans. Got to key in on him. Pressure Walker Egypt, run Kelly Joyner, and Bryce Archie has to protect the football with 9 interceptions. That's if Bryce Archie is the starter because there is questions. I mean, there is news that Byron Brown may be questionable, so he may play in this game. They say if he's good to go, we're rolling with Byron Brown. If he's not, we're rolling with Bryce Archie. So just something to look out there for. If you're San Jose State, you got to get Justin Lockhart the ball. Obviously, another 1,000-yard receiver. Had a spectacular year for the Spartans. Run Floyd Chalk the fourth. Prepare as if Byron Brown is playing. So you got to always prepare. If there's news that someone might play, you got to be looking out for it. Byron Brown is very dynamic. He uses his legs, a strong runner. Force turnovers and key in on Sean Atkins. Now, my winner in this one, South Florida. I think South Florida takes the upset. Here's why. South Florida is a run-first team. They're going to run the ball. I think they're going to wear down on San Jose State. And San Jose State is going to be without their number one weapon in Nick Nash. Now, Justin Lockhart is good. He's really good, actually. I think he can hold his own. But who else will Walker Egypt get the ball to? South Florida is a pretty good defense when it comes to turnovers. They do force turnovers, and that's going to be key in this one. I do think they force them. Getting short fields for Bryce Archie or Byron Brown, whoever is the starter. I think they do capitalize with the run game. I got South Florida pulling off the upset in the Hawaii Bowl. Now, what I will say is the Hawaii Bowl being in Hawaii kind of favors San Jose State in terms of like time zone, but I'm going to roll with South Florida in this one. Next bowl game, we have the final three on Thursday. We're going to start with the Game Above Sports Bowl with Pittsburgh at Toledo, 2 o'clock on ESPN Thursday. This game is, Pittsburgh comes into this game at 6.5-point favorites. So for Pitt, get the ball to Desmond Reed, who is, from what I saw, going to play. Someone has to step up for Kanata Muffield, who I saw is not playing. So they got to step up in his absence. Pressure Tucker Gleason, get some pressure on that boy. Force some turnovers because Tucker Gleason, I think he had 7 picks on the year. And I think Pittsburgh defense is also, while I think it became a little overrated throughout the year, they still were good enough they were good to force turnovers. That's what happened in their big win against Syracuse. They forced turnovers. I think they forced 5 of them. Defense is good at forcing turnovers. And they got to get off the field on third downs. Now, if you're Toledo, you got to stop Desmond Reed. He's their X factor. He's going to do everything. He's going to catch the ball out the backfield. He's going to run the ball. He's going to do everything for the Pittsburgh Panthers. You got to establish your own run. You got to force turnovers yourself. Prepare as if Eli Holstein is playing because there is reports that he may play. They are prepared to roll with Nate Yarnell, Pittsburgh, but there are reports that Eli Holstein may play coming off injury. And Tucker Gleason has to protect the football. Got to protect the football against this turnover-heavy defense. But my winner is Pitt. I think Pitt's defense is good enough in this game to constrict Toledo. I think they do force some turnovers. And if Eli Holstein plays, he adds a whole nother dynamic to this offense that Nate Yarnell just does not. Mix that in with Desmond Reed. I think Pittsburgh offense will be too much if Eli Holstein plays, and the defense will force some turnovers, leading to a win for the Pittsburgh Panthers. Next bowl game we have is the Rate Bowl. Rutgers versus Kansas State. Kansas State comes into this one at 6.5-point favorites. This game is 5:30 Thursday on ESPN. For Rutgers, they got to run the ball. And running the ball just got a little bit harder because there is, from what I see, Cal Monungai is not playing. Cal Monungai is not playing from what I see. Now, that could change between now and Thursday. But from what I saw so far, Cal Monungai is trending not to play. Contain Avery Johnson's legs, because Avery Johnson, the young talented quarterback, can run. Make this a low-scoring affair. If you're Rutgers, your defense has to be all over this. Your defense has to leave their fingerprints all over this game. If you want to have a chance of beating Kansas State, it's going to have to be a low-scoring defensive affair. Get the ball to Dymere Miller and Ian Strong. Dymere Miller and Ian Strong are guys that could – Ian Strong is a guy who's a big body. He can possession the ball. And then Ethan Kelly-Agmon has got to protect the football. Now, I see Ethan Kelly-Agmon didn't have that many interceptions on the year, which I know how I feel about Kelly-Agmon. If you put the game in his hands, that's when the turnovers start rolling. This year, they had a really good run game with Kyle Monungai. Didn't have to do too much. Wasn't called upon that much. Didn't have any turnovers. Put the ball in his hands, he's going to throw turnovers. So you got to protect the football. Now, if you're K-State, you got to establish the run. And it's going to be Dylan Edwards because I saw DJ Giddens has opted out going to the draft. So Dylan Edwards is going to have the bulk of the carries. Avery Johnson has to use his legs. Get the ball to the young guy, Jace Brown. Stop the run of Rutgers, putting the ball in Kelly-Agmon's hands, and force turnovers. And my winner, K-State. Why? Although I do think Rutgers' defense does do a good job against this K-State offense, even though they're missing some pieces, it's Ethan Kelly-Agmon I just don't trust. I don't trust Ethan Kelly-Agmanis with the ball in his hands. I do think he's going to throw some turnovers. I do think he got some guys to throw the ball to, but I just can't trust him for 60 minutes if Cal Monunga's not playing. So give me K-State to win this game. I trust Avery Johnson way more than I trust Ethan Kelly-Agmanis at quarterback. So give me K-State. And the last game I got for y'all is the 68 Ventures Bowl. That's between Arkansas State and Bowling Green. Bowling Green coming to this game as 7.5-point favorites. The game is at 9 o'clock on ESPN. For Arkansas State, Jalen Rayner has to use his legs. The guy that established the run was Zach Wallace. Key in on Harold Fannin. Some say the John Mackey snub for best tight end of the year. Stop Terrion Stewart if playing, because Terrion Stewart has committed to Virginia Tech. Now, I saw something that said that all the starters for Bowling Green will play. I don't know if he will or not, but just in case, stop Terrion Stewart. If Terrion Stewart is not playing, we'll stop the run. And you got to force turnovers. If you're Arkansas State, you got to force some turnovers. Now, if you're Bowling Green, you got to run the ball. Got to get Harold Fannin the ball. Obviously, he's your lead receiver. I think he led the country for tight ends and yards. Connor Bazelak, protect the ball. Contain Jalen Rayner's legs because he can run, and you got to key in on Corey Rucker, the receiver for Arkansas State, leading receiver for Arkansas State. But my winner is Bowling Green. Why? Defense. Bowling Green has a really good defense. I don't think Arkansas State's offense is explosive enough to consistently score points. And I think Bowling Green's defense will ultimately be good enough to play field position, setting up Bowling Green's offense to score points in shorter fields. Constricting Arkansas State's offense, I'm going with Bowling Green to win this game. And that's all the bowl games I got for y'all between today and Thursday. I will be back later tonight, probably after the game, if the game is good. If the game is not good, then I'll probably be back during the game. Who knows? But like I said, in the red corner, they're going live tonight, 8 o'clock, so make sure y'all check them out. Then I'll be back. Then, again, I'll be back before the Friday and Saturday bowls. We have no playoffs this weekend, so it'll be straight bowl games. Hopefully when I come back, my bowl record will still be as good as this. But this has been CTC. I've been your gracious host, Carl, and I'm gone. Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.